Now we're going to move on to non-essential but useful tools. Everything I'm going to talk about here I currently use, and out of the plethora of extra things you can buy for sewing, these are the handful that I found to be the most useful. One of my favorite tools is a see-through ruler. They are 18 inches long by 2 inches wide and have a grid printed on them. Whenever I started drafting patterns and making my own patterns, this was absolutely indispensable. So if that is something that you would like to pursue, a see-through ruler is going to be your best friend. A curved styling ruler is another tool for drafting. It easily creates hip curves, arm size, necklines, curved hems, bust curves, any curve. So again, if you want to pursue pattern drafting, this is going to be a thing you will need. In any of my other quick and dirty sewing classes, I will be using a curved styling ruler as well as a see-through ruler. So if you decide you want to take more of my classes, these two things I will be using quite a bit. Fray Check is a clear liquid similar to like a clear nail polish almost, and you put it on the edges of fabric to stop fraying. I use it whenever I'm going to apply a patch to a torn garment like a pair of jeans, or I put it into buttonholes that I've just cut open to keep the inside of those from fraying. Whenever you use it, you put it on the edge of your fabric and then you let that fabric sit overnight, and then you'll get kind of a hard edge. It feels a lot like clear nail polish. The way to use tailor's chalk is similar to the way you would draw with a piece of charcoal. You lay the straight edge right against the surface and kind of drag it along the surface of the fabric. And a lot of finer suit makers use this as an alternative to a chalk pencil. I use it sometimes when I need to draw out a hem, or if I'm kind of freehanding the curve of something, I'll use this. But not too often, so if you're just starting out, just keep this tool in the back of your mind for when you start advancing your skills. Now, I personally use a magnetic pincushion and not a tomato pincushion. I find it's easier to just drop the pins on it as I'm sewing. So I start sewing a seam, I pull the pin out, I drop it on the magnetic pincushion, all done. I don't have to like take it out and stick it in or whatever, but I just find this a lot faster to use. And if I drop pins on the floor, I just sweep that magnet over the pile of pins and it picks everything up, and it's great. The last thing I'm going to talk about is a loop turner. A loop turner turns sewn tubes of fabric right side out. You'd use it to make purse straps, drawstrings, ties, any kind of sewn cord.